All right, MUTUA Madrid Open time, and there's a lot of storylines. Rafa is back in the draw. That's great to see. We've got Carlitos coming back to defend his title again, two-time defending champion. And we've got Casper Ruud coming off the biggest win of his career in Barcelona after Stefanos Tsitsipas took it the week before in Monte Carlo. Can you tell there's a lot of action going on here on clay season? It's big time. Welcome to Madrid. This is a draw preview and prediction. Stay till the very end of the video. I'll give my prediction on who's going to win and take it home this year in Monte Carlo. Scratch that. Madrid. So what do you know? What do you know? There's new things happening in the ATP World Tour. If you're new here, I'm Steven. Welcome to The Slice. Thank you for subscribing. Scientific studies have come out showing that if you subscribe to The Slice, you become a better tennis player. And it's just worth trying to see if that's true. I believe it is. So thank you guys for supporting the show. News. We haven't made a video since Tsitsipas won Monte Carlo, beating Ruud in the final. And then Ruud won in Barcelona, beating Tsitsipas in the final. And I feel like so we'll get into the draw of Madrid and talk about the big stories, and we'll go through the draw together quarter by quarter. We'll get into it. But Tsitsipas winning Monte Carlo, that was massive for him. That was huge. He hadn't had a lot of confidence coming in the last year and a bit. That was a big win for him. People in the last video we made where Sinner lost, people were really upset by the call that went against Sinner, where the second serve on, I believe it was break point to go 2 breaks down in a third set, wasn't called. It went out. Sinner was on the return. After the point, he goes and looks at the mark, and it's like 2 inches out. He got absolutely hosed on that call, for sure. 1,000% got screwed on that call. People were pointing out in the video, and that is totally fair and legit. He did totally get screwed. Some people are saying, like, he handled that very well. And then I kind of think to myself, well, he kind of didn't handle it that well. He was up a break, ended up getting cramps. People are saying it's from the cramps. And then the momentum totally changed. A better way to have handled it would have just been like to not let Tsitsipas come back and not have the momentum change. I see what you mean. Like, it was such a bad call that, like, he could have freaked out or smashed a racket or whatever. But that was an unfortunate, turn of events for Sinner, but he still ended up losing control of that match after that. And, ended up cramping, which was weird. Anyways, that was a part I wanted to touch a bit more on. People thought I didn't give it enough credit in the last video for Tsitsipas's win in Monte Carlo. I don't know. You still got to win the match. You got to win the match. Tsitsipas did that over Sinner, and then he beat Ruud, and he was looking pretty good. And that's a good sign for clay because, like I said, there's so many guys who can do damage on clay right now. It makes it really interesting. Then we go to Barcelona, and Casper Ruud plays another great tournament, comes out just like an absolute beast that he is, and takes out Stefanos Tsitsipas in the final, exacting revenge. His 11th title of his career, his first that's been in ATP 250. That's pretty crazy. He's been to 3 major finals to my count, multiple Masters 1000s finals, and he's never won anything other than 250, and people have made fun of him for that. And I was literally thinking after Monte Carlo, it's just a matter of time. Like, people make fun of him for just getting in the finals and losing. That's just playing the odds, playing the numbers. It's just not going to continue to happen. And he got over the hump the next week in Barcelona. So Casper Ruud's a guy. I've met him in person. I've interviewed him on the channel. You can look it up. You can look it up on the channel. He's just like, he's very, I think he's a nice guy. He's calm. He doesn't, get too ahead of himself, it seems like, in life. And he's just slowly building his body and career and weaponry. And, he's still 25, 26. Like, he's got more ahead of him than he has had behind him, I think, as far as his career goes and results go. And that was an impressive win for him in Barcelona, and just puts him right there at the top of the mind for anyone challenging for tournaments like Madrid. So now we're in Madrid. What are the storylines coming in? Djokovic is out. He's not playing. He's accepting the Laureus Award. Doesn't want to play in Madrid. Okay. I don't know what's going on with his body. I don't know what's going on with him in general. He'll be in Rome. We'll see you in Rome. Rafa Nadal is back. He's back and playing, and he's got a tough draw. We'll get into it. But I think by now everyone knows that this is different than other years where he's had a bad start to the clay swing, and then he's going to figure it out for the French Open. This is really different. It's like, can he play? Can he get out of the first couple rounds? It's really, really different. It feels like the last hurrah. So we'll feel like we're all crossing our fingers to hope that he's, healthy enough to play Roland Garros, and we're not even that far away anymore, which is crazy. And yeah, so it just feels a lot different. So people have these matches in a lot different view. Sinner's back. Alcaraz is back. Carlitos Alcaraz, Charlie, the two-time defending champion here in Madrid. He's the king of Madrid. That's what they're saying now. I like him on this court at the altitude, quicker balls through the air. He's just, for the last 2 years, hasn't been able to be beat here. So let's take a look at the draw. Let's first just quickly skim through and see where the top 8 seeds are at. Jannik Sinner, first seed with Djokovic out, is on top, and Casper Ruud is in his quarter. That's going to be interesting. Potential quarterfinal. Medvedev, third seed, is on the top. He's in a quarter with Tsitsipas, so potentially, a pretty good opportunity for Tsitsipas there to get deep. But we'll get back to his quarter. He's got a lot of talent there, obviously. Hubert Hurkacz, the 8th seed, is in the Zverev quarter. Another quarter potentially of opportunity. Rublev, the 7th seed, is in the Carlitos Alcaraz quarter. So let's take a look at these quarter by quarter. Sinner's quarter. He's going to get a bye. Now, mind you, this is the 128 player draw, which I already gave my opinion on at the preview for Monte Carlo. I'm more of a fan of the smaller draws, the shorter weeks. But here we are in Madrid, big long tournament, big huge draw. Jannik Sinner on top. He could play Thompson in the 3rd round. He could play Sonego in the 2nd round, which seems kind of intense for a 2nd round match for the number 1 seed. But it's a Masters 1000, so that's what it should be. Nicolas Yari's in his 8th. So is Khachanov. Dimitrov is there. Dimitrov has been playing amazing tennis. So he's got a little bit of a potentially soft draw there. He's got Felix Auger-Aliassime unseeded in there, who actually I like FAA's little ride here. Nishioka, Mannarino. He could get Dimitrov. He could get Ruud. He's done it before. I don't know if he could do it on right now with the way Ruud's playing on clay. You got João Fonseca in there with the wild card from Brazil, the stallion from Brazil. Keep an eye on that guy, João Fonseca. Remember the name. He's going to be a great player from what I've seen. Alex Michelsen from the U.S. there as well in the top Sinner quarter. So that's a good quarter. Every single quarter in a Masters should be good. Daniil Medvedev's quarter, the 3rd seed. You forget about it. He's still the 3rd seed. He's got Korda there, who's really just not impressed in general as of late. I feel like he's really plateaued a bit. Not the only player to do it, but just had to be said. Tsitsipas there. He can play Lajovic. He's got Lehechka in his quarter, or in his little 8th. He's got TFO and De Minaur. And you know who has also got De Minaur is Rafael Nadal in this quarter, in the Medvedev quarter. He plays Darwin Blanche, a wild card from the U.S., who honestly probably plays big. I don't know anything about the kid other than I saw on Instagram today where he posted a photo of his hands in his face saying, I play Rafa Nadal in the 1st round of Madrid, which has got to be crazy and got to be very cool. But it's going to be a chaotic match for the kid with the entire crowd pulling for Rafa, hoping that he can play well, hoping that he can get out of the 1st round. But then I'll have to play Alex De Minaur again. He played him last week in Barcelona, and that didn't go well for Rafa. And to be honest, I can't see it going well for him this time either. That's just like the ultimate worst player you could play if you're trying to get back into form, get through an injured body, is Alex De Minaur. So the Demon, I think will be a nightmare for Rafa Nadal again. So that's a tough draw. Yeah, that's definitely a tough draw. What else can you say? The Zverev quarter. He's got Denis Shapovalov, Canadian, in there, who plays someone I haven't heard of before. Dirt baller, probably. Hopefully Shapovalov can get a couple wins under his belt here. He'll have to play Echeverry if he does get through the first round. Hubert Hurkacz, Artur Fies, Sebastian Baez. This is, a little bit of a more wide open quarter there for sure, I think. Tommy Paul, though, Taylor Fritz, a couple American guys who don't love the clay, but are good players, obviously. And then we got the bottom quarter, Carlitos Alcaraz. Who could he play? He'll take a bye, and then he'll play Shevchenko or Ridderneck, and then he'll play probably Musetti. That would be another one. He just played Musetti, I believe, and got him, but in Monte Carlo, or he didn't even play. Wait, what? Hold up. Monte Carlo, who played Musetti? Oh, Djokovic played Musetti. My bad. So that could be big time if Alcaraz does play Musetti. If he gets through that, he's got Struff, who just won in Munich. Great performance there. He destroyed Casper Ruud, absolutely destroyed him, and then I believe beat Taylor Fritz in the final. Humbert's been playing great. Alcaraz has actually got like a pretty deadly draw here. And Rune's ranking has dropped, and now he's, I believe he's, what? So Rune's in the quarter with Alcaraz as well. He's in the 8th with Rublev, but that's pretty crazy. So he can play either Rublev or Ruud in the quarterfinals, Humbert or Struff in the 3rd round, or 4th round, I guess. Musetti in the 3rd round. That's a tough draw for Alcaraz. So are we calling this video tough draw for Alcaraz? And then we'll see. But speaking of tough draw, you better believe he's still my favorite to win. He's been resting. He didn't play Monte Carlo. He didn't play Barcelona. His arm has been bugging him. His team has always done a great job, as we talked about before, of resting him and bringing him back. And I feel like when he comes back rested in a place that he loves, like Madrid, 2-time defending champion, he's going to have a great tournament. I feel that from Alcaraz. Let's see. Let's wait and see. But my prediction, despite the tough draw, Alcaraz for the win in Madrid. What do you guys think about the draw? What do you think about Rafa's chances? Is this like a final victory lap of his career? Can he keep doing this? Is it painful to watch? What do you think? What do you think about my prediction of Carlitos Alcaraz smashing through the tough draw, and doing it all the way again? And can Casper Ruud step it up and go from 500 to 1,000 this week? That would be pretty crazy. Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. We will see you next time here on The Slide.